There we go. No. How about that? That's better. Okay. Uh, sorry. I'm keeping, one headphone out. Okay, I'm gonna test something real quick. Let us see if I fixed my alerts. No. That's lame. Ah. Why doesn't it want to work? Why do you hate me, Twitch? Uh, I don't know why it's broke. Why is it broke? Yeah, that's not working. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn that off. Same with my other one. I'll have to figure those out. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, happy Saturday evening. I'm back again. Uh, back again for more painting fun. It has been a long time since I've streamed on a weekend evening. Uh, especially since I streamed earlier today. But, why not? What else do I gotta do? Um, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right over to this. There we go. So, I started, um, and this guy just keeps getting repainted. Um, and I'm gonna repaint his skin again. I did it too dark. I was working on, earlier today using the one-step special sauce. I pulled this off. This is the other thing. I need to get the zoom on this camera connected to a Stream Deck. Gotta figure that out. So using the one-step special sauce, I just did a black prime with a zenithal white dry brush. I was pretty heavy on the dry brush, and then I mixed this magical one-step special sauce, medium, and I mixed it with the white blue, and the result was spectacular. Still some more work. I thought I was about done with this. I did some touching up. Oh, and I used graphite gray on the gut. I may still do just a little bit of highlighting on it, edge highlighting, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. What I didn't realize is that this, well, I did realize, and then I confused myself. This one, as well as one other phase 1, or stage 1, whatever, another of the clone troopers like this, came with the Commander Cody set. So they've got orange, like orange on the helmet and the shoulders. They're part of his legion, or whatever his whatever his group is. So, this was just a test. See how that special sauce medium worked with the standard Pro Krill line. I'm very happy. I've got, I think I've got 40 clone troopers that I just cleaned up. And there's another 30 or so sitting here that I still need to take in my airbrush booth. I had initially primed them white with my rattle can primer. And then after hearing some other advice, I was reminded that they have all this black leather, whatever that is, that body glove under their armor. And so my original plan was I was going to prime it white, airbrush it cool gray, and then highlight like a white over that, or like a bright neutral gray. But then I thought and looked at all this, I'm like, there's no way I can get all that black without hitting the armor plates. So primed it with the black rattle can primer, and yeah, I missed a whole bunch. It looked great outside. I got it inside, and it was not. Yeah, we're good. So I just have it in my airbrush booth. Hit it with the regular black primer in my airbrush, and just cleaned up a bunch of those areas that I missed, since a lot of them are in the recesses of that clone trooper armor. So this guy, I started working on him earlier this week. I just primed him white. Lightsaber, that's just white with fluorescent green. I painted his skin. Wasn't happy with it. I repainted it. It looks a lot better, but it's too dark. I used dark blue for my shadows, blue for the mids, and sky blue for the highlights. And then I ran the blue one step over it. And I really like how it's a little easier for me to see. Let's do this. We're doing this. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus. Come on. It's supposed to be a smart camera, and it doesn't seem that smart. It does not want to focus. Well, anyway, it's the one step really picked up the shadow highlights really well, but it's just too dark. So I'm going to repaint the skin for a third time. This time I'm going to use blue for my shadows, sky blue for like the mid base, and then white blue for the highlights, and then hit it with the blue one step. And then earlier on stream today, I did the this tunic. The first thing I did was I was mixing the tan flesh with the gray, and it looked horrible. I mean, it looked good, but not for this miniature. So now this is more of a the bright brown gray with some bright warm gray, and then finishing off with a little bit of ivory, mixing all those together. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. That one's good. Just need to redo that skin and brighten it up. I mean, in person, it doesn't look bad, but I just wanted it to be a brighter. It's just too dark. So we're gonna redo it. Why not? I've got time. I've got time. I've got paint. So let's get into this. Why not? Uh, yeah. Hopefully that, no, I deleted it. Yeah, see, now I'm getting these, AI viewers. That one's from Stream Boot. Earlier, it was a different. It's annoying. I hate it. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Oh, so I'm not going to do the skin yet, though. I want to get the rest of him going. Because I noticed when I was doing a lot of the stuff back here, I was hitting the backs of his. They're called like leku. So I want to do all of that, then hit the skin. So let's pull up my hue chart. This has got to be like a brown. Oh, what do we got over here? One. Oh. I wonder. So naturally, I am just wanting to try all this out. So what I haven't done is I'm doing all underpainting, but I wonder. So I know this works differently than most contrast paints. but just curious how well this just goes down. Hmm. Yeah, definitely acts differently. But then again, we know that all contrast paints work better um, with some type of a zenithal, or underpainting, not a zenithal, an underpainting. I mean, that does still look good. Well, we'll leave it up. Um, what I'm worried about, though, is I'm looking at this. Did I still not go white enough on this undershirt? To really contrast that brown with his shirt under it. I always second guess myself, especially when it comes to colors. And the Jedi are pretty, I mean, they do have some variations with their colors, but not a lot. I'm almost thinking instead of doing brown, maybe I do like a gray. If I throw this, oh, we can move some of this crap. Get my wet palette out. My slightly damp palette. Yeah, I love using a wet palette, but mine's never that wet. I prefer it damp. Especially with like Monument Hobbies paints. They're already pretty wet. Yeah, I was saying this earlier when I was streaming this morning. I do, struggle sometimes with, just colors. What colors to use to get a certain look. Even this, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just not digging this, the shirt looked so good, but now that I put it up next to brown, I don't like it, and now I'm putting it up next to gray, and it's still not doing it. Uh, yeah, I might be repainting that shirt again. That does not look right. Ah, that looks horrible. That looks absolutely horrible. Okay. The shirt needs to be way more white. Almost no brown at all. I keep trying to think it's like more of like a khaki whitish color, but it's not. And the way it turned out, it's that's not right. Okay, let me think. I almost want to set this one aside and put some more thought in it. Because I'm putting a lot of work in this and ending up just repainting and repainting and repainting. Painted his skin twice already, and I'm going to paint it a third time. Painted his shirt twice, I'm going to paint that a third time. And now his tunic, I might leave the tunic as is, and then just paint the shirt over again, or whatever I don't know what any of these are called. I think this that I'm painting gray is, uh, almost looks like a tabard of some sort, and then it's like it's a tunic underneath. We're gonna make this work, guys. One way or the other. Yeah, so I think what I'll do, keep rocking and rolling with this dark gray. I'm gonna keep it kind of like a dark gray, not a black looking cloak or tabard, whatever this is. Uh, and then I will try to get a much more of a white looking tunic. Hey, Face Man, welcome back. Yes, I messed with the main thing was the exposure. Uh, Still having a little bit of a difficulty with this camera and the focus when I zoom. But yeah, this is a much better uh so now I'm having issues with the paints. Once I slapped brown on what I'm painting right now, it didn't look right with the shirt. So then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do gray. It still, so I'm gonna end up repainting the shirt or whatever this under tunic thing is, this dress. Uh, well, I'll highlight the cloak. I'm gonna finish this. I think this is like a tabard of some sort. I'm gonna finish that, just leaving it as a dark gray. I'll highlight. I'll do mid and highlight with a couple other gray colors, but keep it on the darker gray side. But I'm probably gonna end up repainting that. Then I've already decided I'm gonna repaint his skin. As that turned out, it looks really good. Uh, at least me holding it looks really good, but it's too dark. Should have started with blue instead of dark blue, and or at least built up to a white blue highlight. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, it's hard to, like I was uh, we were talking earlier. It's it's that same thing, like trying to figure out which colors to use to get to the picture in my head. It's always my biggest battle. Even when I've got like an image to look at, which a lot of times with Star Wars, uh, and other things that I paint, there's a lot of reference material for me to look at but trying to replicate that can be a challenge sometimes. I am definitely an artist by imitation. Doing something like this where and even though I've got some images of Jedi that I have up, uh, have a hard time getting them there. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, all these, um all these amazing miniature painters typically didn't get there overnight. I mean, some people pick it up and, if they've got a background in art or color theory, they can do it a lot easier, but a lot of us, it's just trial and error. Just learning over time. So I do know I want his little head wrap and probably his pants and boots to be all similar in color. Might do the same thing on his boots as I did with Count Dooku's boots and put like a gloss varnish after I finish like the highlighting and all that. Yeah, I loved how vibrant that turned out. Um, I just painted it. I mean, this is already primed white, but I painted it with the bold titanium white. Did I use the? Well, either way, I just made sure it was real white, and then I used Monument Hobbies has fluorescence, so I used their fluorescent green. Uh, and then today I just put another coat of fluorescent green on it, and it's that was when I was working on Count Dooku 2 weeks ago. Um, I used their fluorescent red. And then last week was Ahsoka Tano um, from the Star Wars Rebels series. Oh, I think I have a black light somewhere. I know I've got a black light. I think it's in the garage. I live in Vegas. Sometimes you need to do the scorpion check with the black light. Thankfully, nothing has ever turned up. When I first moved into this house, we had I got this pergola, and so I just kind of threw it in the back, whatever you want to call it, backyard. Um, and so when I like a week later, I was gonna put it together. When I lifted the cloth up, there was a big yellow, ugly scorpion. That's the only one I've seen, and I've been here in this house for 3 years now. Shy of 3 years. So yes, I do have a black light. I should see about that. Yeah, doing Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers. She's this was the Star Wars Rebels version of her, which is when she's got the white lightsabers. I was very impressed using the, what is that one called? A heavy titanium white, from the Max Sex Wish, X Wish signature series. Uh, it's like a more, it just really pops more than their normal bold titanium white. Yeah, no, you definitely got to be. I've been in Vegas now for 12 years, and you do got to be careful. I haven't seen, knock on wood, that many creepy crawlies. Uh, I have yet to see any tarantulas. I know there are some out here. Uh, I've only seen that one scorpion. Seen two black widows. Um, but I saw both of them within the span of a week. And that was in an old house we lived in, Henderson. That was actually quite a while ago. Yeah, I mean, living in the desert, anytime you get away from like the city, it gets much more prevalent. So yeah, a lot of the stuff right across the border, um, in California, some of those towns outside of the major cities, uh, definitely, definitely got to be careful. And I know there's parts of Vegas that get real bad, with the scorpions at least. There's such a variety out there. You've got like the one I saw. Um, it was a big yellowish brown one. Oh, yeah, it's gonna hurt if he gets you, but it's the smaller ones that'll put you in the hospital. I think scorpions and spiders make perfect villains for monster horror flicks. They're just they intrigue me, but that doesn't mean I want to be around them. Uh, Spaceman, were you the one that was asking me about if that clone trooper was Uh, just gonna stay a white trooper, or if he was part of a unit. Someone asked me, I can't remember now who it was. Yeah, I can deal with the creepy crawlies, but doesn't mean I want to. Uh, my girlfriend, she doesn't really get bothered by them. Okay, it was someone else. I can't remember who. Yeah, that clone trooper that I finished. Um, I realized that he's part of um Clone Commander Cody, his little unit. So he's not done. I got to do the orange stuff on him. Why is my camera frozen on my? Okay, there we go. Nope, it's still good. Nope, technology. Um, yeah. So he's not done. Don't really need to be as careful as I am since I'm gonna redo the skin. Uh-oh. Okay. Appreciate you stopping in and enjoy the lurk. I'll be on maybe a couple hours tonight. We'll see. We'll see how the night goes. The night is young. But I'm also old. Yeah, yeah. I think that shirt's gonna end up getting repainted. Yeah, so I had that miniature. I need to message that customer. Um, 3D printed. Um, it was a Draenei from World of Warcraft. Did all of the washing and pulled most of the sports off. Threw it in my curing, and then brought it over here just to clean it up. And there was support between the horn and her hair. And as I was trying to get that support out, clipped on, or the blade snapped off part of her horn. So I had to reprint that. That was fun. Uh, same spots that somehow I'm missing. A whole bunch over here that I didn't get. Well, hopefully everyone's Saturday is relaxing and productive at the same time. Hopefully everybody has a 3-day weekend. They don't have to work this weekend. Uh, I feel like its belt should be maybe a darker, like a black. Or maybe that should be brown. Since I'm turning all of this into a gray and white look. Hmm. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with this lightsaber, but we're gonna go ahead and at least drop this. Part of me thinks I should just turn this into a use true metallic metal, since I still can't do a. Maybe yeah, build up some bright highlights and drop that graphite gray on it. One step. It's not a bad idea. All right. My old ass even took a nap, and I'm over here yawning. I got a nice little nap, and after I was finished screaming uh, early this afternoon. I'm already yawning again. Although I will say I've not slept very well. I never sleep too well, but this last week feels like it's been real difficult. A lot on my mind this week with work, mostly work. Um, yeah, it's been a rough little patch at work, but we're making it. Hold up, let me pull up my use chart. So that was a dark neutral gray. I think I'm gonna maybe I'll use the slate gray and the neutral gray to keep this more of a darker gray. So I don't want this to be black, but I also don't really want to I don't want to get too bright. Oh, excuse me. Wow. That's excessive. I'm sure that's very entertaining. Have your streamer yawning like that on stream. Come on. Nope. That should. Yeah, I might have to pop a little more of an energy drink. This might still read. Well, never mind. Ignore that. This will still, once I get that final highlight on, I don't think this will read as black. That's where I was going with what I was saying. I'm on camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, earlier we had some. I've seen it before, but never as bad. Probably because this was a white miniature, well, white primed. We had some pretty gnarly glare. Like I said, I've seen it before, like when I pull up some of my orcs that I'm painting. Uh, but with this being a white primed miniature, it was real bad today. I think we've got all the settings right. I'm still struggling to get it to zoom in properly. Sometimes it's a little frustrating because I've got a cheap camo. Comes with this camo software that I've got a lifetime subscription for now through the camera. It's a Razer Kio V2, and uh, it uses this camo software. It's supposed to have all these cool magic features. I just use it as a source in my OBS. Seems to work pretty well, but I think it was meant to be facing me, and um, has a hard time on those features when it's staring at a miniature. The way I feel, whether it's my face or the face of a miniature, you should be able to zoom in and pick up the face. Stop being stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an AI software, or it has like AI features. I do not share the sentiment of many in the community. I have no problem with AI. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. I think it is a tool. I think that you need to figure out how to use it. You know, I've seen some artists, I've seen quite a few actually, that have figured out how to monetize AI. There's actually someone in the miniature painting community who, um, yeah, I forget his name, Kenny Boucher, maybe, it might be his last name. And he does these Warhammer crossover with He-Man, and so him and his he's got a buddy who's a master prompter or something like that. And so they trained his AI to his art style. So he's now able to pump out artwork that is his art style using AI and thus monetize it. I'm like, that's what you got to do. AI ain't going anywhere. Everybody's got to figure out how to use it to monetize. And I'm not saying, you know, well, it's been proven time and time again. Technology is not taking anyone's jobs. It never has. I mean, that's a lie. Sorry. It has. But usually the result is that it creates different jobs. And I don't think, especially based on my email inbox, I don't think there's any lack of jobs out there. Uh, and one thing you can't do is halt the advance of technology. It's inevitable, unless we go into a Black Ages again, Dark Ages, whatever. Uh, but then if that happens, you know, jobs are going to be the least of our worries. We had a full societal collapse. Well, that's the point where I would tell you guys, hey, buy silver. Oh, wait, my company sells it. No free pub. To quote my friends at Monument Hobbies. Yeah, that was kind of a tangent. All that to say that I don't have a problem with AI. Sorry. Not sorry. I saw a AI video. Uh, it was Boba Fett going into Gold and Silver Pawn, which that's the pawn store here in Vegas. Uh, they had that TV show Pawn Stars that made it famous. It's actually a really cool store. My last job, which was also precious metals, we got to make some coins for them, and they would buy our standard bullion coins as well. But yeah, I got to tour that place. It is so cool. But yeah, so it's this video. Uh, Boba Fett bringing in Han Solo and Carbonite and dealing with what's his name, Rick. Um, and of course, all the comments on the video are aggressive and angry. I'm like, this was really good. Like it even sounds uh what's the guy's name? Robert Tamura? Like Boba Fett sounded like Boba Fett. And of course, Rick looked and sounded exactly like Rick. Like it was uncanny. Maybe it wasn't AI. Maybe it was actually Rick. It was cool though. It was kind of humorous. Sure, I'm not review here. I got this little red mat set out to keep me from going way over here, but it's kind of not fully centered on my desk, so I tend to slide back. That's the only reason I don't have this zoomed in more and I've got my camera lifted up. It's because I have a hard time staying in camera view. What can I say? Uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see where I get when I get that final highlight on here. But yeah, I just get a feeling that tunic is gonna get repainted. It's not as easy to see here. I think I still need to do some work on the camera settings. Uh, oh, why the zoom or the focus isn't liking it that much. Um, and then so I did a bright brown gray for the shadow of this. It's like a tunic, and then this gray is like a tabard of some sort. Kind of a strange deal, but um, so I did bright brown gray for the shadows. Then I mixed just a little bit of bright brown gray with the bright warm gray to make most of the base. And then for that final highlight was bright warm gray with a little bit of ivory mixed in. Or did I do 1 to 1? Well, either way, those were the colors I used. Um, but it doesn't look, like, it looks great, but next to, like, when I first started putting brown on this tabard thing, it didn't, it definitely didn't look right. And I just applied I was testing the one step warm brown. Uh, but I looked and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope, I hear a cat. Not coming to hang out with me, but just hollering, hollering to anyone that'll listen. Yeah, I sit in other people's streams like Painty Paint Paints. He's got a tortie. She comes and gives him cuddles. So adorable. And then you got my cat. He only comes around when he's hungry. Right after he uses the bathroom and he wants to let everyone know, hey, just took a number 2. I think that's what he was doing just now. Letting everybody know in the house. What a strange animal. So for anybody that's in here that is new to the stream, this is a irregularity. I don't usually stream at night. Yes, I hear you, cat. Oh, okay. Why don't you come up here? Let everybody see you. He will. Oh, actually, he is running up here, but he's not going to come to me. Although I did make him take a nap with me, and he slept well beyond me. He's chasing the other cat. What was I saying? Oh, hey, welcome in. I don't stream Saturday nights. I don't really stream at night. Usually Saturday nights and Sunday nights, I am in Monster Den Mini stream. But he is out of town, I think at a family reunion. And since it's a 3-day weekend for me, he said, you know what? I'm going to stream. Because why the heck not? I do get more accomplished when I'm streaming than... Yes, he does. He will sit there and do the howling meow, not just like meow, No, like, wow, just to let you know, hey, I took a dump. It's so strange. He is such a he's a great cat. He's a tuxedo cat. Um, I always say I'm old. I'm not that old, but I grew up watching Nick at Night, and so I named him Maxwell after Maxwell Smart, uh, which was a show Get Smart on Nick at Night, and it was kind of making fun of the whole. For anyone that isn't aware of the show, it was making fun of the whole spy era. Uh, and Tuxedo Cat looks like he's wearing a tuxedo. So see, cats. I think this is universal with cats. They don't like you watching them. They're a little different than dogs, where dogs are like, "Hey, look what I'm doing." No, he'll let you know after he's done, but he does not want you watching him. He'll get real like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you staring at me while I'm going to the bathroom?" Yeah, Get Smart is great. So I named him Maxwell because he's a tuxedo cat, and only only people 40 and older know what I'm talking about. Because even though Get Smart, predates me, um, it was on Nick at Night. So we had all those I Dream of Jeannie, um, I Love Lucy. Those those were the best. I think what other shows were on there. I used to watch. I can't remember. No offense to you young kids, but you just will never understand Lucy from I Love Lucy in the working in the chocolate factory. Oh yeah, my dad. Well, that was why when I named the cat, and I was telling my parents about him, uh, he knew the reference immediately. What else I used to watch on Nick at Night? Do they still have Nick at Night on TV? Do they still have TV? All I ever know is like streaming now. Yeah, man, I'm old. This world has changed. This world's changed. I didn't watch a lot of Frasier. I did watch some, but not a lot. Same with Seinfeld. Like I've watched a good amount, but the moment someone starts quoting various shows, like some of them I'll pick up on, but a lot of them I'm like, huh? Like it's funny. I don't know. Me and humor. I don't watch a lot of comedy shows. I love comedy, but I just don't. Love it. Hey, Face Man, it's safe to assume you're pretty close to my age, around the 40s. Which Adult Swim started out, um, I enjoyed the early stuff with Adult Swim. But I feel like it kind of got dumb. Like, it was always dumb, don't get me wrong. Like, Johnny Bravo was on there, and that was such a stupid show, but I loved it. So dumb. Man, it was a dumb show. Uh, what was the one with the French fry and the soda? 43. Okay, we're exactly the same age. I think the first time we talked, when you were in Beagle's studio, you were talking about the resin printer and the grandkids. And I think I put you at a lot older, but I've got a grandkid, so it's very easy to forget I'm old. Not not a young adult anymore. Dexter's Laboratory. I used to love that show. Oh, I loved it. I used to watch that all the time. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh my goodness. We're taking a trip down memory lane. Oh my goodness, he's hollering again. And I know he didn't go to the bathroom just now. We've got another cat. My girlfriend's daughter went and got a cat. It's a little skittish, kind of a really long haired gray cat. She's very pretty cat, but she is so skittish. Uh, but they just they love each other. They're crazy. I think that might be good for the med. Just a little tiny bit of neutral gray for highlight. Ah, I also loved. This wasn't uh, uh, adult fish, but oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that sucks. Seems pretty common though lately. Society has kind of glorified that whole deal. So I'm gonna do a once over with this. Yeah, my son is he turning 22 here in a couple months? He's in the Marines. He's got a little baby. He's just turned a year in February. Cute little guy. Oh wow. I mean, that's not that this is saying much. It's better than a lot of fathers. Still pathetic. Pathetic. That's the standard. Meal a week. Yeah, that's pathetic. Ah, so your daughter and grandkids are staying with you? And as a grandparent, I mean, it's never fun to watch your kid go through something like that. Thankfully, I haven't had to. Uh, but knowing other people that have had similar issues, actually one of the guys at my work, similar issue. Uh, his daughter didn't pick very well, and dad was a piece of, you know what? Basically, one of those guys that as a dad, you just want to hit, but you also don't want to do that to your grandkid. And that's really, I mean, yeah, see, it's a little different when they're living with you. For the longest time, I was the fun uncle, and get the kids all doped up on sugar and then send it back to the parents. Now that I'm a grandfather, I actually haven't met my grandson in person, just over FaceTime, and I mean, he's a little over a year old, so, um, he just smiles and then he starts crying, and he's adorable. But yeah, that's the type of grandfather I'd be. I'd get them all sugared up and then be like, all right, have fun. It's a little different when they're living with you, then you gotta not give them all that sugar, because then you gotta deal with it. I might have to just stop with this. I keep finding new areas. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Uh, that is, mm, I hate that. Yeah, I feel for you, man. 'Cause you watch this piece of trash, hurt your daughter. I've got a little bit of time before I got to worry about that with my daughter, but uh, they strut around like they're God's gift to women. Hold up, cat is hooting and hollering right now. I don't know if he's looking for the other cat or he just wants attention, but oh, he's coming up the stairs. Come on, Maxie, come here. I know. It is. It's that old saying, um, perfection is the enemy of progress. My boss says it all the time, even though he's the king um of wanting perfection. Um, I devote to not ever talk about politics, but when I worked with precious metals and we made this, it was a 5 ounce silver Trump bar, and we lasered that on there, and uh, I only bring that up. Oh, this might not be enough of a highlight. Um, it's very hard to laser on silver, and it was the worst. Worst project we've ever done. Yeah, he kept coming back, and maybe we need to change this, and maybe we need to. And it was like, we gotta produce these. We, like every other business, was trying to capitalize on when he got clipped in the ear. And so we were lasering that image on a bar. And, uh, it was so hard to get it to look right. Ended up being not a horrible bar, but it just, he just kept coming back and like, well, maybe we need to change this. And then he'd be like, oh, no, it's fine. And then walk away. And then come back. Well, maybe we need, it's like, listen to what you're saying. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Let's just move forward. And he's like that with everything. And as much shit as I give him, excuse my language, I'm the same way. Texas Warsmith, welcome back. Hey, everybody's coming back from this morning. So game night was a success. We play tested Artie's. That's what it was called. Artie's Showdown. The Diamondback gang wins. That is good to hear. See, I know I bought those. I don't even know. I didn't know there was an actual game. I just wanted to paint them. I think they look really cool. Hey, Texas Warsmith, feel free. There's actually a few people in here. I mean, Faceman was here earlier, but feel free to share your store link again. I have no problem, helping you promote that. We will be debuting at Twisted Lords Con in July. What is Twisted Lords Con? And where is that? Artie's Showdown is the what I was talking about earlier. Oklahoma City. Ooh. It's well, Texas Warsmith can probably explain it better. It's like a Wild West, but with anthropomorphic animals. It kind of reminds me, like the figures remind me of Rango. So what, you've got like 5 or 6 different miniatures for it right now? Yeah, there's the link. Um, yeah, I don't really play games, but that's right. You said they were okay. I just didn't put all that together, but yeah, you said they were launching at that convention in July. I guess I'll place another order then. It just they look cool. Um, let me see if I can't. Okay, give me a second, guys. I know this is gonna take out my audio, and I didn't fix it yet. So it is a voice meter stream. This is a yeah, absolutely. Here, 1 second, guys. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So this is yeah, this is the game. Artie's Showdown. Uh, so I think you got him under. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I think I fixed that audio. Um, shop. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so there's the horny toad. Yeah, that is so cool. Oops. Uh, let's see. Oh, this one you have under Texas Wargaming. So there's the Diamondback game. Uh, George's 3 Diamondback snakes. Yeah, those are cool. And then Doc, the jackalope. And then of course you got the Wizard Artie and Reaper Artie. Oh, there's Artie. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully you guys could hear me that whole time. I think I fixed that. The lack of that audio there. But yeah, there's a lot more on that store. Looks like I think you added some more stuff, didn't you? Okay, good, good, good. No, very, very cool stuff on there. So save that link. Um, my big thing is just in general. This is a small community. Uh, and anything I can do to support. I think I heard someone say it in a little more of a crude way that we're a very incestuous community, which is somewhat true. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think when I was trying to find the source before, it's not a you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about if you don't use OBS, but it's all sources, and it's not an audio source, it's a mic source. And I use voice meter potato, which is what allows me to like do things like splitting the audio stream. Uh, Main thing I do multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch, and YouTube is real strict about like copywritten music. So I know you guys get to listen to some really cool video game music. I have that because you need to have something in the background, but no offense, I don't want to listen to that with you guys. Sorry. So I usually have my Amazon Music playing uh, 90s, 2000s alternative, usually. Mainly Breaking Benjamin. I'll just put that on Amazon and then just let the songs randomly come through. But yeah, that kind of changes the whole way that the sources work and the streaming software I use, OBS. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get to the point of my story. There always is a point. I feel like I got a little sloppy with some of these highlights. It doesn't look horrible. I may do a few. One more bright gray. Maybe. Hold up. The lady needs a beer opened. Yep. Oops. Oh yeah, that's a little late. It's 7 o'clock my time, and it's already late for me. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out, Spaceman. Both times this morning and tonight. We will see you. I might be on tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. But you have a wonderful night. Appreciate you hanging. I appreciate everybody, even the lurkers. Lurkers are always appreciated here. If I am that entertaining that you don't mind having me in the background, that's that's good enough for me. You don't mind hearing me drone on about whatever BS. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Might be tomorrow afternoonish, evening. We'll see. But yeah. You have a wonderful night, dude. Yeah, I will need to work on my alerts a little bit. I turned off stream elements completely, and um, I turned on all the Twitch alerts, just the generic ones. But things like I've got a couple channel point rewards. Uh, just some Warcraft crap, and they're not working. And it's so disappointing because they're so cool, and they're not working. I've got the one that makes a little murloc sound, and it's not murlocking. And that is so discouraging to me. Murloc. Uh, oh. rung is getting low. Okay, so I think I'm gonna grab the cool gray as well and just hit a couple of the highest points with this. Oh wait. Oh, that thought. We forgot. Yeah, old lightsaber right here that I'm gonna have to do something with. Okay. So I actually don't want to open this. Hey, ABG. I am doing well. How are you doing? And we got the whole gang here. Pretty much everybody that was here this morning has come back. Very tired. You know, after I got off this afternoon, I went and took a nap. Although I am still, maybe not as bad right now. Although now I feel like I need to yawn now that I brought it up. Yeah, I needed it. I'm too old. It's sad when your weekend plans include scheduling a nap, but I'm at that age. So I made the cat lay down with me. It was around 1 o'clock. That's his normal nap time. He ended up sleeping from I only that was maybe an hour or so. But let's see, you're Mountain Standard Time. What time are you thinking of jumping on? If you're still awake, that is. I was hoping if I got any type of viewers in here that I could raid India. 9 p.m. That's it's 8 by you right now, so an hour? Okay. Yeah, if you're on, if I got any type of viewership, I'm gonna raid in. Cross some fingers. 'Cause I think I got another hour in me. I'm good. It would be nice to end with a little raid. Yeah, so we'll see about tomorrow. I might jump on, maybe tomorrow afternoon, since I have Monday off. One of my one of my favorite things about having a Monday as a holiday, having Monday off, uh, is that you've got a long weekend followed by a short work week. I like I like that as opposed to having like a Friday off. He's got some little thing on his forehead on that band. I don't know what that is. What color I should paint it. That's that is fine. Um, so I don't know. Uh, for me, it's a little bit different. What I can see, I don't know how well you guys can see that tunic underneath. I almost want to make that more of a. Still want it to be a warm color, but I almost want to knock out that brown and make it more of like a whitish gray color. I did oh my goodness, this cat is howling down there. I did a bright brown gray for the shadows, and then I did bright warm gray mixed with a tiny amount of the bright brown gray for all the mid, and then I did just bright warm gray and ivory for those highlights. But I don't know if I'm liking that color combo. I think it needs to be more of a, maybe even more of a cool white. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to redo that or not. I'm probably going to do that belt. I might do that belt as like a really dark blackish gray or black with some gray highlights. I don't know if I want to do, I was going to do brown, but I don't know if I want to mess with that. Um, okay, I'm going to take a very quick break and refresh my empty drink. Um, so give me just a couple minutes, and we'll be back to rock and roll. Yeah. All right, we're back. Thanks for sticking it out. Uh, so I know I need to build up the lightsaber a little more. We're gonna do that a little bit. I'm attempting to make this sort of a metallic looking lightsaber best I can. I think I want to uh, uh, a little bit of black on my palette. I'll make this belt kind of a more blackish than everything. I'm getting videotaped here. I've got an annoying little fruit fly over here keeping me company. See him floating around. I guess we've entered that season here in Vegas where those annoying little buggers start coming out. Which I won't complain about. They're annoying. But they're not mosquitoes. We do get some mosquitoes in other parts of the valley here. On the east side, Henderson, Vegas. There's this area called the wetlands, and mosquitoes definitely frequent there, and then they start getting around in Henderson, but not over here, thankfully. Hi, my girlfriend is on FaceTime with one of her cousins in the Philippines. Her cousin's son is on there. He calls me Daddy Cano, which is Daddy White. I accept. Oh, that reply's dead. Killed in my wet palette. Alright, I'm having a very hard time getting in here. We're doing fine. What the hell is going on? Oh my goodness. Oh, I often keep other streamers open. A lot of times I don't have the audio on, especially if I'm streaming. I haven't thought I figured it out, but splitting those my audio, uh, what you guys hear, so you're not hearing these other streamers talking. But last time it didn't work, so I just keep muted. But looks like whoever I was watching over there raided out and raided into some weird streamers, like weirder than me. That's saying something. I've got a couple tiny little white dots that I'm having a hard time getting. Oh, oh, still got spots in there that that black paint ain't getting into. I may need to, new paint. Let's hope it's still wet enough. It sort of is, but not really. Oh, well, that just happened. Eh, alright, so now we're just gonna do a brief highlight. This paint is still live. Well, I got this on forehead. That paint exploded a little bit. I don't know. I really don't know if I'm gonna leave it like that or not. Ah, decisions. So I did cool gray last. Let's do just a little bit of bright neutral gray on that lightsaber blade or the handle. And maybe we'll pop a tiny amount of, let's put some back. A tiny amount of old titanium white. After I put some of these away. Yep. Gray, slate gray. I gotta print some more of these little hive um for these acrylic paint bottles. Now that I've got 12 more, uh, I'll have to paint or print a couple more of those for these one-step paints, or maybe something different for them that I can see a little bit better, since I don't think you can paint on the edges of these. So I still think I may have to redo this shirt, but I'm having a really hard time deciding if I'm going to. So one thing I do want to do, I know this is kind of cheating. I don't care. I cheat. Is to use this gloss varnish from War Paints on the boots. Already applied all the shadows and highlights. So applying this gloss varnish. One, it kind of distinguishes the boot, since I did use the same color scheme as the pants and that uh, whatever tabard tunic thing is. I know there's other ways to make this pop like it's more of a polished boot, but I'm not there yet. I am not there. So we are going to go ahead and apply this gloss varnish on the boot. Just to make it a little shiny. I should probably change my water, but I think we got another 20 or so minutes. I don't know how well you can see that, if you can even see that. It really does not want to focus. Does not want to focus on this guy. Yeah, this is not working. Nope. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. Yeah, it really does not want to focus. Annoying. Yeah, so you can't really see that. Still got to do more camera play. Still got to do a little more camera play to get this to focus right. But that at least helps zooming it in a little bit. Make sure I keep this. As long as I keep it on inside this cutting board, should be able to see what I'm doing. So that's my biggest challenge. I've got another fruit fly. I just killed your partner. Oh yeah, there are you. Damn. I don't think at this point that I'm going to change his. Now that I've highlighted this, it might work. It just might. Oh, where's my bright neutral gray? I am trying. I feel like I'm fading a little bit. I'm not losing focus, but a little bit of the energy seems to be actually we're gonna change that little thing on his head. I do feel a little like some of the energy is waning. I'm staying focused. I'm not making mistakes yet. Okay. So, just for the heck of it, yeah, we'll just keep with the green. I'm gonna turn that little thing on his head into a fluorescent green dot. I think that is some type of a gemstone or something. We'll keep it like that. Perfect. Mm. Actually, with all of this, I may not want to touch his skin either. I didn't make any mistakes on the skin, did I? Because now it's actually not looking. Well, I mean, the skin looks good. Don't get me wrong. I know the camera doesn't seem to want to grab it as well, show all the detail. Um, but I used dark blue for shadow, blue, and then sky blue for the highlights, and then I hit it with the blue one-step paint. And so, like, it looks really good, but it just came out so dark. But now I'm kind of looking and saying, well, maybe the rest of this model, this isn't that bad. And even this tunic or whatever, it's a little browner than I wanted. Well, I wanted it to be browner, but now that I'm second guessing myself. But now I'm kind of saying maybe it works with this grayish tabard and gray pants. So maybe I want to leave it. So maybe I'm not gonna repaint his skin and his shirt for a third time. I still gotta get in there and do his eyes. Oof. I don't know if I want to try to attempt his eyes tonight. That might be a little rough. So probably keep the same. Can't tell. This is just rocky base. But keep the same as what I did with the clone trooper. With this golden earth. Damn, he looks good. I don't care what anyone else says. That clone trooper looks fire. I'm really disappointed that I need to try to get some orange on him because I'm gonna mess it up. It's all freehand, and I can't freehand. That's fine. It only took an hour and a half to make that guy. Okay. Let's go back to my hue chart. I think we're gonna do a dark golden brown on that junk pile, and then do a bunch of golden brown. Yeah. Where are my browns? That's beige red. Where's beige? Okay, so browns are here. Dark golden brown. I'm taking the lid off of this. Because this should sort of work with the golden earth, maybe. We're gonna find out. I'll probably grab one of my trashy, cheap synthetic brushes. But I'm going to kind of apply that golden brown much more dry brush like without using a dry brush. I don't even know if this is the right color scheme to use. Since I am planning on dropping that golden earth around this, I don't know if having a color similar to that will work or as good. Maybe I won't drop the golden earth. Maybe I'll do gray, coarse gray. Okay, let's grab that golden yellow. Let us. It's not. Doesn't look like it's fully dried, so I'm probably gonna mess this up when I do this, but it's never stopped me before. Oh yeah, definitely pulling some of that color off. That's all right. maybe. Okay, let's grab that golden earth basic texture. I am going all the way down the edge of the rim. All right. Good. Ooh. Oh, no. I want to touch up one spot. Clone Trooper's base. Forgot about that. All right. So now I've got some decisions to make. Uh, One, am I gonna keep this? Oh, well, I just missed it. Yeah, I don't think I wanna. That needs to be different looking. Because it's supposed to be a junk pile. So that was not the right decision. I've done that a lot with this miniature. Made a lot of interesting mistakes. So I think this junk pile needs to be. I might actually use that brown gray and then highlight it with bright brown gray. So that, then I need to decide on his skin and on his tunic. I'm going to keep it like that. Hmm. Well, I don't know if I want to make these decisions tonight. It is now 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which for me is about that bedtime mark. Uh, Maybe I use uh, a dark warm gray and a warm gray on that trash heap or whatever that is. Try to make it a little more like a stone base. I'm gonna give it a few. Our friend Adventure Built Gaming is streaming now, so I'd like to jump over there in a couple. Um, let's do this real fast. Let's try to fix this. Gotta go kind of fast because I'm not putting this on my palette. I'm just pulling from the top of the bottle, which is a perfect way to dry your paint out. Keep doing it, and I know it's stupid. Sometimes I don't want to put a bunch of paint on my palette and waste it, even though I know this is much worse for my use of paints. Yeah, so for anybody that's joining in, that's new here, as I said before, Saturday is not usually a nighttime stream for me. Um, I'm always on Saturday mornings. That is the one committed time I do every week. I still haven't figured out the rest of my week. It's gonna take a second for that to dry. It's a little wet. Um, yeah, I haven't figured out my rest of my week yet. I want to pick a night or two during the week to stream, but usually Saturdays, Sunday nights, Monster Den Minis is on, and I'm usually in there participating. This weekend he is not. I need to wash this brush. Damn. Um, right, 'cause my water is nasty. Yeah, so he is not streaming this weekend. Otherwise, I would be in there participating and not streaming myself. But uh, let us see. Where am I going? Where am I going? Sorry. Um, so yeah, I chose to stream tonight. and I may stream tomorrow night for the same reason. We'll see about tomorrow. I do have a 3-day weekend, and but tomorrow midday. Well, I'm Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow midday, like morning into early afternoon, Painterly Git is streaming. I recommend anyone who is not following him, please do. So he'll be streaming. Directly after that, he will raid into Quantum Reveries, uh, another member of the community. Quantum usually raids into Monster Den minis, so I just start with Painterly Git and let him raid me all the way to Monster Den. But since Monster Den is not going to be streaming tomorrow, uh, Quantum may go a little later. I'm not sure. So I may stream tomorrow afternoon into the evening, similar to what I did today. But the jury is still out. Sorry, I've got a fan down here, so I'm letting the fan dry this first coat. So, yeah, my normal stream schedule right now is just Saturdays. Saturday morning, I get on around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I usually go a few hours. Today I made it about 5. Got off, took a nap, and voila, here I am again. I'm still trying to find another point of the night to, I get out of work around 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to bed around 7-ish. I do go to the gym I get up at 2 a.m. So, weeknights are a little rough, and I get home from work. I'm so tired, but I need to stream more. I need to do this more. So, okay. I'm going to do the same thing as what I did before, just with this color instead. I don't know if this is going to work. Whatever. We're going to make this work. It's the name of this game. Whatever game this may be. I'm basically using this as a more controlled dry brush-ish. So yeah, if you aren't following, please consider so that you get notifications when I go live. Sometimes I'm entertaining. Sometimes I just complain about work. Yeah, my name is kind of a misnomer. I only get angry at work. I get angry a lot at work. But on stream, I'm not usually angry, but I do like to bitch about my job. I don't really bitch about too much else, but I do bitch about my work a lot. I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to add one more very minor highlight to this trash pile or whatever this is that he's standing on. So I've got this bright brown gray, and I'm going to put a tiny amount of bright warm gray in there. No, I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. As long as I can pretend. Yeah, so I'm not as angry as my name. Actually, one of my regulars, the guy that got me started streaming, Ink One. What does he call me? He calls me like, he's got a nickname for me that's kind of insulting, but true. Okay, that's more than good. We're good. I'm happy. Okay, so I'm not done with this guy by any means. I have to make a decision on what I'm doing with his skin. It actually looks better now that everything else is painted up, so I may leave it. The skin looks good. It just is not, it came out too dark. So I almost want to lighten it up. I did a dark blue for the shadows, blue for the base mid, and then a sky blue for the highlights. Monument Hobbies, that is, paints, for anyone that doesn't have those. And then I used that new one-step blue paint as a filter. And it looks amazing, but it's so dark. I almost want to redo it using blue for my shadows, sky blue for the base mid, and white blue for the highlights, and then filter it with that blue one step. But I'm not sure, because now it's kind of looking good with the rest of this painted. And then the other thing I'm looking at is the shirt or this tunic underneath. Sorry, I'm pulling this out of view. I use that bright brown gray in the shadows, and then I use bright warm gray mixed with a tiny amount of the bright brown gray for like the mid base, and then the bright warm gray. That is bright warm gray. Bright warm gray with a little bit of ivory for the highest highlights. And now that the rest of this is done, that's actually not looking bad. So I don't know if I'm going to leave that. I may end up just leaving it. And I may also, see, I wish I had that rust one step. I may end up using some of the Warpaint Fanatic fresh rust, and dry brush that a little bit on this junk pile. I don't know. I've got some decisions to make. Well, we are at 3 hours. And I think, although I feel attentive and alert, I'm not feeling kind of, or I know I'm starting to lose some of my focus. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kill it there for now. Like I said, here, let me drop us. Ooh, look at that pretty face. Yeah. Thank you for everyone that joined. We actually had quite a few people in here, chatting. Eventually, I'm gonna get all that set up so I can read names off. I know Adventure Built Gaming was in here. He's now streaming. We are going to raid over to him, so please stick around for the raid. Texas Wargaming, Faceman. I appreciate everyone that was in here chatting, keeping me company. It does help the stream go by. You know, I do paint so that you guys can watch, not just so that I can be on camera. So I appreciate everyone that was in here keeping me company. Whether you were talking, whether you were lurking, it is much appreciated. I may be back tomorrow. I did prime a whole ton. Well, I fixed the prime on a bunch of clone troopers. So I may do the same deal with the one step, um, and get a bunch more clone troopers tabletop ready. Even though I don't play, I love painting and I love my armies looking great. So, let me get us set into this raid. Uh, let us see. So I could say start raid. He has a couple people in here and they are talking. So, there's a couple of us. So we're going to raid over. But thank you everyone for hanging out, and as always, stay mad, stay angry, stay grizzly.